when I was publicly berated. One day he threw a folder at me. He would shout and swear at me in meetings with my colleagues. And I reported it 32 times.
Bullies are rather lazy and insecure and jealous, right? They're looking around for someone who reacts so that they can dump all their bad feelings onto a target.
Probably 50% of the investigations I conduct are against managers.
People react, all the time. I'm not a racist. And I say, yeah, but I am. And that shocks them. And I say that because we live in a racist society. How can we be otherwise?
Because we're always looking at ourselves relative to others and deciding whether they're like me or not like me.
We need to look at why the problem exists in the first place. And the opposite of inclusion is exclusion.
Men especially, we are very good at pushing down our feelings, suppressing our emotions. We're professionals at that. I wish I discovered breathwork when I was a pimply 18-year-old kid leaving high school.
Can we eliminate first, and can we reduce risk through designing work better rather than just automatically defaulting to let's just train people on how to deal with crappy work environments better?
I hear a lot of small business owners say, I don't really know what to do. I just get on with it. The smartest of people I have seen have been the ones that put their hand up and ask for help.
I don't think that you can just come back from something like that and not acknowledge it and not talk about it and not process it and not integrate it,
People now are running to social media. You can't hide anymore. You can't get away with these kind of behaviors. It will come out and your reputation will be damaged.
Are you going to delve into the negative behaviours or keep into the positive behaviours in that political environment? And there'll always be politics.
And so the soft skill actually allows you to do better at the hard skills. Bollocks to anyone who thinks soft skills are not important.
Leadership has more to do with character and courage and conviction than skills and competencies. Even the acronym WAIT, why am I talking?
You need to change your behaviour, but they don't actually say how, and they don't necessarily say, what the problem behaviour is.
70% of people believe what employees say about your organisation, where only 16% of people believe what your organisation says about itself.
Be a bit crazy. Normality's led us to where we are today. Let's actually be a bit crazy and go wild and harking back to the 70s, 60s. Let's save the planet.
If we're aligning people's hearts, their pride, their passion, their want to make a difference, then that's where we're really going to see a massive difference in results.
Isn't the definition of insanity to do the same thing and expect a different outcome? We keep using the same blame and punishment, the same policies and structures, and we expect it to magically change people.
If someone has a physical injury, often the workplace they'll rally around the injured person. It's so different though if there's a psychological injury. It can be the exact opposite.
For victims, targets and witnesses, they need to know how to stop it.
Do the people that work for you generally feel like they belong? 5 times less likely of being able to get back to work if you feel isolated. So why do we isolate injured workers?
Some misconceptions around mental health first aid is that ongoing constant emotional support. Nobody in a workplace should consider themselves an emotional custodian for anybody else.
Chat through, got a problem here and we want to help you to work through it.
EFT is a beautiful tool that we can use to just calm the whole nervous system down so that we can really connect back into our thinking brain.
Our bodies have this natural intelligence and wisdom and capacity to be able to support us if we listen.
Speaking up for yourself or saying I disagree or I'm not comfortable in this conversation is so important, because you end up with internal stress when you've acted in a way that's not actually congruent to who you are.
We're designed to move all the time. Getting outside to go for your lunch break, that's all self-care, because your intention is to take care of yourself.
Self-care is very relevant to our overall health.
As vicarious trauma symptoms can present differently for all of us, so do our self-care needs.